decision?
I mean, I thought I won by split decision, like, it's a close fight, but I thought I won.
And Manny, like he has throughout his whole entire career, does a great job with 30 seconds left or even the 10-second clapper of throwing flurries, and the crowd reacts and steals rounds.
Manny Pacquiao, was history robbed by this decision? Because we've seen bad decisions, we've seen them before. They don't cost somebody the way it cost Manny Pacquiao. That would have been historic, and we get a draw instead.
Following Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios' majority draw fight on July 19th, rumors have been circulating that the evidence of judges' manipulation of the results has been supplied by Pacquiao. The boxing community is already abuzz despite the fact that there is no official declaration or verifiable data to support that charge.
But Manny Pacquiao, was history robbed by this decision? Because we've seen bad decisions, we've seen them before. They don't cost somebody the way it cost Manny Pacquiao. That would have been historic, and we get a draw instead. What's your opinion?
Everyone's screaming robbery, and I understand. I mean, the nostalgia of watching Manny Pacquiao go out there and do what he did. I mean, he was absolutely incredible for his age. In terms of, was he incredible for Manny Pacquiao? No, because Manny from 10 years ago, I think, would ice Barrios in one round. But this version of Manny Pacquiao, which it was so amazing to watch. I mean, what a legend. For him to be able to do what he did at this advanced age, come back from a 4-year hiatus, hasn't fought in 4 years, step right into a 12-round.
Off a loss, by the way.
Awful loss, and look that damn good. And listen, I know you're gonna be like, oh, he didn't, he looked okay. Barrios didn't look good at all. Doesn't matter. Against Ugas, he didn't look good. Pacquiao looked bad in the Ugas fight. He looked good in this fight. So I don't know. I'm over the moon for Manny Pacquiao. His ability to do what he did at this stage of his career, the fact that he always comes back, he's always looking for the biggest challenges.
The scoring has been criticized by Pacquiao, fans, and commentators alike. Despite the general consensus that Pacquiao was obviously ahead after 12 rounds, one judge gave Barrios a 115-113 victory, while two gave him a 114-114 score. If the rumors have any merit, for example, internal communications or errors on the scorecard, they might turn about into a major scandal and cast doubt on the fairness of the MGM grand judging process in Las Vegas.
This fight against Mario Barrios was a bit of a roller coaster ride because, it looked for a minute there like this could have been an Ugas situation and Manny was going to look a little sad. Trying to get on my scorecard here. It was not a hard fight to score. I'll tell you that one right now, because first round, obviously a Manny Pacquiao round, Barrios didn't even throw didn't throw punches. Second round was a little closer, but I still thought Pacquiao had the action. And my thinking going into this is why I bet on Pacquiao. I've been to a couple Barrios fights in Vegas. I've seen him fight on a couple of cards, a couple of Canelo card, Benavidez card. I've interviewed Barrios at least twice, I think maybe 3 times. Really good dude, San Antonio, super solid. A bigger welterweight, but has had some tough goes when he stepped up in competition. Gervonta Davis fight comes to mind.
Despite continuous arguments about Manny's aggression and punch production, many fans turned their focus to Mario Barrios' lackluster performance. The younger champion's lack of aggression left viewers perplexed as he was unable to maintain defense or infuse urgency. Barrios did not impose pace or demand a middle of the ring, which led some to theorize that he might have been unduly cautious due to Pacquiao's reputation and experience. Ultimately, it seemed that he didn't even perform enough to warrant a draw because of his cautious, passive strategy.
So yeah, everybody, so this is Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. So yeah, everybody, Manny Pacquiao, this ended in a draw. So yeah. This was a good fight. Very good fight. I thought Pacquiao edged it. Based off, I don't know, maybe eye-catching work. But Barrios was, I would say, was slipping away. Halfway through 6-7, around that there, and then he came back in the last couple of rounds, but in the same time, I think Pacquiao did enough to win the fight. But it was a great fight, everybody. Manny Pacquiao looked far from done in this fight. He looked fantastic, looked like Father Time didn't beat him, and he was quite impressive tonight. and more impressive than the expedition he did face in Japan not too long ago. So it was a great fight. Unfortunately, there was no win put down to either fighter. It was a draw. Second draw for Barrios too. His last draw was from the Abdul Ramos. So this was a great fight, everybody. What do you guys think about it? I thought it was a very, very good fight. And yeah.
Former two-time welterweight champion Shawn Porter, who has a close relationship with Pacquiao from their sparring days, didn't mince words. "It was really difficult for me to give Mario rounds," he said, indicating that it was practically impossible to give Barrios rounds. Mario didn't seem to take charge or take command at any moment. It was definitely swinging Manny's way the entire time if you had a meter. Porter bemoaned the judge's lack of understanding of the school and denounced the ruling as clearly incompetent. This is Harvard. It's AO. High school isn't even on their radar. Finally, he was brutally honest. Judges are untrustworthy. His remarks reflect the fury that Pacquiao's performance merited a decisive win rather than the majority draw that it earned.
What do you think about the overall matchup?
Everything, man. I watched him train last week or the week before, and amazing to see him still move and bounce and do all the same things that he was doing in camp years ago when I was with him. So he's still locked in. He's still him, Crazy, but he is. You know what they say, man. The last thing to go is that power.
Listen, we've seen Manny on the end of bad decisions before. Timothy Bradley, excuse me. Jeff Horn fight, Shout out to Tim. I know how you feel about that. Family. But this is what he's got to deal with. You can't go through a camp, do what you just did right there. We saw all the heart, everything that we've always seen from Manny, and this is the result. Shout out to Mario. He made the fight difficult just from being a big guy who is a better boxer than I realized. Came to the ring with a true game plan to try to box and be patient, find openings and things of that nature. I don't think that Mario did enough to win. I don't think he did enough for a draw. I think that there was a lot more that he could have done. But the main thing is the style that he chose to box was actually a good style to use against Manny Pacquiao. They were saying that they were going to come right to the middle of the ring, and they did. But they came to the middle of the ring, and then they circled, they moved, they worked behind the jab. Not enough jabs, not enough of everything for Mario.
A more nuanced perspective on Pacquiao-Barrios' decision was provided by veteran trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas. He explained that, despite the fact that some fans might have felt defrauded, the draw was a fair result after closely watching the fight on his broadcast. There were many close rounds in the fight. According to Atlas, Pacquiao stumbled a little bit, as one might expect from a 46-year-old, but he finally straightened out. He conceded that Pacquiao's supporters could have scored it, but he maintained that it wasn't the heist that many had claimed. Atlas didn't find a decision to declare a draw to be unfair. It demonstrated the true closeness of the competition.